Jesus comes along and he says what? Matthew 10:16. Behold, I send you forth as sheep. Have you read that yet? I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves. Our promised land is occupied by wolves. Wolves are predators. They run in a pack. They're organized. There's a hierarchy. You know what wolves do to sheep? They eat sheep for breakfast, lunch, brunch, dinner, midnight snack. In other words, Jesus says, I'm sending you out into a hostile environment with fortified beliefs that are going to be opposite of what I'm telling you to believe. Now, the paradox, and I've shared this from time to time, is wolves are predators. They're violent, they're sharp, they're hostile, all of that. And sheep, nah. Sheep graze. They have wool. They are timid. They're shy. They're vulnerable. Are you listening to me? That's what sheep are like. Sheep, they gather in herds. Sheep. Poor little sheep. And he says to the sheep, you see those wolves over there? I'm sending you out amongst the predators. They're going to try and eat you alive. Why would he do that? Why would he send sheep out into the midst of wolves? Because there's one quality that sheep have. Sheep depend fully on the shepherd. So he's saying, you're vulnerable in that environment. But as long as you depend on me, it doesn't matter how hostile the environment becomes, how contrary and corrupt you're facing in issues and contexts that you will reach and experience out there. The people, in fact, you will find some wolves dressed like sheep. He's telling them the only thing you have going for you, because you cannot match them. In fact, in another passage, he says, the children of this world are much wiser than the children of light. The only thing you've got going for you is the fact that I'll never leave you. I'll never forsake you. I'll be with you. And isn't that like sheep? You know what sheep do? They graze, they baa, they interact, they have more sheep. But then they look up to make sure the shepherd is there. And as long as the shepherd is there, they baa, they eat. They make fleece, they have sheep. Yes, it's our promised land, but it's a land filled with corruption and hostility and antagonism. But greater is he that is in me than he that is in the world. Whatsoever is born of God overcomes the world. I can do all things through Christ, which strengthens me. How many understand what I'm talking about here? This is the New Testament side of the Old Testament experience. The only thing we have going for us is our dependency on the shepherd. Then he warns, I'll close with this. He says, now be wise as serpents. I don't want you to be stupid. Just because you're called sheep doesn't mean you need to be dumb. I want you to be wise as serpents, sharp, sagacious, shrewd, discerning, insightful, on top of your game. Know the lay of the land. Study wolves. Know how wolves operate. Understand their corruption. Understand their predatory habits. Understand their devices. Understand how wolves will set you up and take advantage of you. But while you're studying wolves, so that you can walk among the wolves, don't become a wolf. Remain innocent as doves. Remain what? Innocent as doves. Your promised land is waiting. Have fun, y'all.